this digital euro. The deadline for us is going to be October of 25, and we are getting ready for that deadline.
Many people are a little worried about what will happen to them with the digital euro. Can you encourage them? Why is the digital euro good for people like you and me?
A digital currency where it has been piloted, and there is only one which is clearly now launched in a very small country, but it is piloted on a fairly large scale in China, is of use and of service to all citizens. So it is not something that is good for the elite, or is good for the young, or is good for some versus others. If it is well done and if it is well implemented, it would be of service to all citizens.
They want a central bank digital currency, soak everything up from the banks, which they don't like. Then the central bank will have all the money, and they'll, find who to lend it to. And there are various levels of these plans, but that's an idea that's been floating out there for a long time. And central bank digital currencies in some form, maybe stable coins, are coming. If we had stable coins that are treasury backed, it does the same thing.
Give a type of money that can only be spent for a specific number of reasons. And some worry about that state control or whatever, but like in this particular narrow use case, you want to give checks to individuals to get the economy moving again.
Yeah.
So if you think of programmable money that expires if you don't spend it.
And as President Trump has directed, we are going to keep the U.S. the dominant reserve currency in the world, and we will use stable coins to do that.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're going to get more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And I told you that we would get a first quarter pullback, and that's what happened. And then also I told you that tariffs would get stepped up, and that's what happened. Layoffs would pick up. That's what happened. So the Crypto Teacher gives you a warning like Noah and Gilgamesh, whichever one you want to call it. But we will get some type of reset this year. Most likely stable coins are the catalyst. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten. And more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And this time of the month is like clockwork. We had Bitcoin and crypto slightly move up last night early morning. And then as I'm doing this video, we are pulling back. But again, it's like clockwork. We move up around this time. But we do have to pay attention to yield rates. Now we have Bitcoin trading volume on Solana reached a new quarterly high in Q2 of this year. And we had Brian Armstrong said yesterday, U.S. banks are closed, but crypto works for you every day. And we know eventually These banks are going to be working 24/7. And who funded Bitcoin and crypto from the beginning? That's right, the big banks and big corporations. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates were up on Thursday after the jobs report. And we know the Fed is going to stay put in July. The earliest cut is looking like September. And by then, the labor market would have weakened, giving the Fed an excuse to make a cut. And then we had the dollar down yesterday. And the dollar is going to continue on weakening. And Trump's job is to devalue this dollar, so therefore they can devalue this debt. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And we have volume in crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed repo at $214 billion on Thursday. Make sure you pull it on a daily basis during the week. And remember, this repo is still here, just letting you know how bad things are. And this is how they manipulate the long end. And then, of course, guys, we know the Fed wants to keep rates higher for longer in order to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And you listen to Christine Lagarde. And don't forget, guys, she was in charge the IMF and then moved to the central bank. We see them moving the same chess pieces. We've seen it over and over again globally. But we have the ECB is going to have their CBDC at the end of this year. And she clearly stated that they're going to mirror the Chinese digital currency. And with the United States stablecoin issuers, they have to buy U.S. treasuries, which keep the Fed in control. It's nothing but a CBDC. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And we have Crypto Week, the 14th through the 18th. Congress is going to review the Clarity anti-CBDC, which we know does not exist because, again, if stablecoin issuers have to buy U.S. treasuries, it's keeping the Fed in control. And then we also have the Genius Act, and we know these stable coins are the foundation of this economy. And then plus with smart contracts, this is going to be the most powerful global currencies that ever existed. Because the fact is that you'll be able to tell someone what they can buy, where they can buy, when they can buy, and then on top of it, put a time limit on it, where if they don't spend it within 6 months, poof, it's gone. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And Trump has only been in office for 6 months, but we're seeing he's steamrolling this new digital economy. And what did Biden say? Technology is going to move faster in 5 years than it did in 50. He was letting everyone know. And now we're getting these bills passed. We're seeing it with our own eyes. It seems like we were stuck in one space for about 10 years. And now everything is about to change. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And then we have the investment accounts, $1,000 for every child. And I have so many questions. And don't forget, this time period is only during Trump being president, so 25 to 29. And this is the same time period where America is about to go through mass unemployment and the rise of the machines. And that's the reason why it's so important for you to educate your kids. The financial literacy, you don't want the schools to teach it. You want to teach it inside your own home because things are about to change. And we don't see any of the schools, unless they're private schools, certain colleges, that are even teaching this technology, which should have been taught 10 years ago. And we know this to be a fact. But with these baby accounts, you're putting about $14 billion over 4 years in the hands of the banks. Remember, this money is going to be pegged to the stock market. And yearly, we have about 3.5 million kids born. And over the next 4 years, like I stated, you're looking at about $14 billion. And we know the banks are the biggest what? I'll let you finish that. Now we have the Bitcoin, Ethereum, spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs down at close on Thursday. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have GateX stocks launch perpetual contract trading for tokenized stocks like Google, Tesla, and MicroStrategy. And the casino just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And the key is that all settled in USDT with up to 10x leverage. And we're going to start seeing more and more of these transactions globally be settled in stable coins instead of cash, and also in-kind redemption. And that's how you get over to a cashless society. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Turkey blocks pancake swap over unlicensed crypto services. And lastly, we have Ondo Finance as acquiring SEC regulated broker Oasis Pro to launch tokenized stocks in the United States pending regulatory approval. And like Larry Fink stated, we already have the technology, the NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange. They have the money to do this overnight, but of course they want the private sector to lead it first. But 2026 to 2028, we'll see all stocks tokenized and put on blockchain. And the derivatives market on blockchain, you're talking about hundreds of trillions of dollars moving without a human involved. And we know the bank man was already working on that. So eventually, you'll own nothing, but you will be happy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guess all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.